Okay, good morning. Today we're going to talk about another university that is actually close to me. I actually went to school here for a semester, and this school is called Temple University. All right, and Temple University is in the city of Philadelphia, and Philadelphia is in the state of Pennsylvania. So it's actually about 2 hours from Washington, D.C., and 2 hours from New York City. It's actually in between. All right. Um, Now, Temple is a very big school, if I'm not mistaken. I think they have over 30, actually, they have 37,000 students, several campuses. They have like two or three campuses in the Philadelphia area. I think they also have like an international school, like in Japan, these places here. Every major you could possibly think of, they have. It is a state school. So, and I know for a fact that they have a huge international student base and many clubs. All right. So this is one of those schools where it's not if they have it, it's how can I find it? It's an urban campus, smack dead in the middle of North Philadelphia for people in the United States. We call Philadelphia Philly for short. Great food, great people. But there are challenges of being a large school in a city, which could be a little rough sometimes. But however, I feel that Temple University may be good for you if you check it out. All right. So we'll jump to the iPad, go through the details and figure out what is needed for an international student. We already know for a given when you're dealing with the I-20 visas and all this other stuff. I mean, you've heard it 1,000 times what to do. We're not going to go too much into it. We're just going to find out a little bit more about just the life of the student there. All right. And especially for our international students and giving them some information that they can go home with. All righty. Another thing is Temple does have like a 72%, 77% acceptance rate. So you can get in. But like I said, getting in is one thing. Getting out's another. All right. We'll see you after the video. All right, guys. So we jumped into the iPad and we are going to look at Temple University. All right. Which I think that a lot of you guys might like. But we'll see. Let's look at the stats and figure out where we're going. All righty. Let's just open this up. And as usual, I always go to U.S. News to get some information. It's not always accurate, but it's close enough. All right. Now we're looking at undergraduate enrollment, 25,967. I think I said another number before, but that number was total students. So you have undergrad and you have graduate students. So I think it might be, like 35,000, something like that. And that changes all the time. 72% acceptance rate. We mentioned that before. Out-of-state tuition fees. Let's look at that. Out-of-state tuition fees, $35,956 a year. You add on room and board, you might as well tack on another 30,000. I'm going to keep it real. Another 30,000. So you're looking at probably around 70 grand a year almost. And I just say that because I always like to overplan instead of underplan. All right. It is an urban campus. We mentioned that before. 16% of students live on campus. 16% of students live on campus. The others live off campus. It is an urban area, so there's plenty of off-campus housing that is there. And with that many students, it's virtually impossible to get them all on campus. So, and the good thing I'll say one thing about Philadelphia is that housing is relatively affordable, okay, as opposed to other big cities. So Philadelphia housing, it's getting a little more expensive, but Philadelphia housing is a little, it's a little cheaper than your average East Coast city. All right. Now, we will look at, let's go directly to the website and see what these guys are talking about. All right. International admissions. This is where we're going. All right. As an international student at Temple, you will build expertise in your subject, all the other stuff. It says why Temple, undergraduate admissions. Temple has probably close to 2,000 international students. All right. It's pretty, not a bad number, 2,000 international students. They also go into here about graduate admissions. We mainly focus on undergrad, but for graduate admissions, here's some more information about that. Let's hit graduate admission for undergraduate students. All right. Nice page. Pretty good order here. Alrighty. Oh, another thing real quick. Temple is on the Common app. All right. It is on the Common app. All right. So you could most definitely go on the Common app and complete it. All right. This is great. Discover Temple in your language. So depending on what your language is, you can find your information in your language. I see Arabic here. I see Indonesia. I see Spanish, Portuguese, some Russian, and Vietnamese. So we have a lot there. All right. Goes into how to apply English language proficiency, when to apply. All right. Now, this is a very important deadline. It says that early decision for first year applicants, November 1st. Regular decision, February 1st. What's my motto? For international students, that deadline needs to be in before the new year even comes about. All right. We want to see those things get in as soon as possible. All right. Good. They have a nice section here on international scholarships. They have some merit scholarships here. And a bunch of other scholarships. It shows you pretty much how to apply to them. One of these scholarships says you must be a first year or a transfer student. You must be a Temple applicant already admitted. You must submit the scholarship by the deadline. Then it gives you information on how to apply. All right. So big school, offers a lot of money. If I'm not mistaken, they are, I know you definitely have to have SATs and ACT scores. I know at one point they were talking about test optional, but I'm going to be honest, for you international students, I would just make sure that you're taking those SATs or ACTs early, as well as your TOEFL examinations, because they do sometimes have a different set of rules for American students and students that are, international. All right. Check Temple out. It's a great place. Campus is nice, and there's a lot, there's a lot going on there, and there's so much diversity there that I think that you would like it. All right. It's a large school. So if you don't like large schools, forget about it. But if you do, then go for it. Okay, thanks for tuning into that video. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions or anything about Temple University, please feel free to contact me. I know a lot about the school. I've worked there. I went to school there for a little bit. Great place. It's kind of big, and it can be a little intimidating for a student that hasn't been outside of this small village. But, it's definitely the big city, Temple University, and you can find any major you want out there. All right, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you feel in the comments. Take care.